Excuse me, is it morning or am I backwards? Is it morning or am I backwards? Is it morning or am I backwards? Oh, I must be backwards. Jeez. God, it happened again. I'm doing a study in sleep deprivation, and I'd like you to participate. Any volunteers in the audience, anybody who's been subscribed to me for 10 years, 1 month, 10 minutes, 14 years even, going back, if any of you go back that far, go more than 1 day without sleep. When you have a weekend where I don't want you to damage your circadian clock, but just go a day without sleep, like in the next week or so, or 2 weeks, or whenever you can, in the next month, in the next few months, or you can do it in the next year. Get back to me. Sentences are hard to come by when you're trying to communicate. You can't truncate information, and your cache is all jumbled. Front to back, back to front, rods and cones are all screwed up. The elimination of proper mistakes and circuitous logic, chicanery and hoopla. You know, these things are very important to the clownisms of today's mandated structures. We have to stop and say, I want to go without sleep for a day. Yeah. And then, the next year, and the next month, and the next, whenever you can, go 2 days. You know? But of course, I don't want you to jeopardize your work schedule. You know, you have responsibilities and stuff, but just do it at your leisure. Or, the third option is you can just not do it. And you may have done it before, you may have been in my situation, or been in situations where you had to stay awake. A very extreme situation would be like if you had been deployed in the military and you had to stay awake because you were in a situation where you had to stay awake to defend a position, you know, or you couldn't fall asleep from some event in your life, you know. You know, you're perfectly legitimate. You know, you're a stable person. You're able to, you have a home and stuff, and everything's, you know, hasn't gone down the pipe, and you just couldn't get to sleep. Yeah, that's what's happening. Greet the day with a breath of fire. Breathe through your nose, oxygenate your blood. Your brain needs oxygen and protein to function. Drink plenty of water. Now I think I got 3 hours of rest today, and the day before I got about 4. So I've had about 7 hours of sleep in the past nearly 5 days. How does that work? Good morning, viewer. JJ. Yeah, I'm pontificating on the lack of sleep. Just doing a short live stream. Coming to the end of my my billing cycle here, so I'm trying to cash in on my minutes or my data. So I figured I'd make some kind of weird, strange video. Yeah. I haven't played guitar in over 5 days. That's interesting. I feel like one of my arms is missing or something. It's in a safe place, you know. It's in a shed outdoors, and that for a 35-year-old guitar, that's not really very good for the wood. the humidity is kind of a drag, although I put desiccants in my case. You know, those little packets that come in vitamin bottles? If you put them in your guitar case, they absorb some of the moisture and can protect your guitar. But I think those things are long expired. They sell humidors for your guitar case in music stores for like 30 bucks, and it's like, why do that when you could just make your guitar smell like vitamins? Glad to see you, JJ. God. Well, these are palm trees. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Florida palm tree. I think these may have come from the Philippines. Probably not. But I'm sure they were taken from somewhere else. And what's his name of the proprietor of this big conglomerate coffee place? Hey, I pray for you too. I pray for everybody. But I'm kind of in a sarcastic, good mood. I really do feel very embarrassed. Oh yeah, it is a good view. I mean, the beach is 2 blocks east of me, and I was, you know, I thought it would be kind of corny if every morning I did a sunrise video. The Christmas was enough for now, and I've done sunrise videos, you know, in the past couple of years here. It gets kind of old, so I'll save that as a special thing for me, not for you. If it is for you, that's fine, but it doesn't have to be. It's not a requirement. There's nothing required here. You know, I want you to be here of your free will and watch whatever you want. But if you feel compelled to look at some of the media that I've made, I'd be very glad if you would drop a comment in any of my videos. There's a playlist called Unauthorized Video Editing, and what it is mostly popular songs and some obscure songs you probably never heard of, and a couple by me where I just do creative editing. I take movie clips and this and that. There's Light Up the Sky by Van Halen. Good morning, Michigander. Great dude. Good guitar player. Light Up the Sky by Van Halen. Let's see. There's this guy, can't remember his channel name right now, but he has a band called Lord Google, and they have a song called Loser. And I took a bunch of GIFs and I made a video for his song, and he seemed to like it. I credited his band and everything in the description, but I said it was not an official video. So I just did it of my own free will. And it's good that I think he get a sense that he appreciated it. Like if somebody did that with mine, I don't know. I don't want to alter the intention of an artist, but I think it's instead of cool. Yeah, it's called unauthorized video editing, because you know when over the years I've approached copyright use and fair use with like this delicate truck filled with dynamite going down the bumpy road, you know, and so I just said what it was. If they're going to say it's unauthorized and I'm doing some kind of bad thing, you know, I would like I have a video in there that's some of it was shot in the Rio Grande National Forest. It was going through into New Mexico. You two guys, and it's a live performance of the song Ich Will by Rammstein, and I put the lyrics on the screen, but it's just like driving through the Rio Grande into like a more desert country, and it's just kind of cool, you know. Kind of, I don't know, you know, I don't really know what I'm talking about. So this is what happens when you go without sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I do not want anyone to do this to themselves. You can do the test if you want, but only if you have a stable life. Don't do this to yourself out of last-ditch efforts to stay awake, to try to compose your mind and rationally come to a conclusion that is sane. Boy, I'm really Oh God, my hands feel like feel like you know, we do with palm reading. Is it cold where you? I bet you it's cold. Look at me, see? I'm just wearing a. You see, I'm not even wearing a coat. Yeah, it's my Bradley Manning shirt. So what? I went to the trial. I went to the court-martial of Manning in Fort Meade when that was happening. That was the information analyst who was in Iraq who exposed. There's a video called Collateral Murder where it's from an Apache helicopter, and they kill Iraqi journalists on the ground. And on the radio crosstalk, you can hear they're having a fun time. War does a horrible thing. Anyway, let's move on to something uplifting. Hey, I'm going to end this soon. Very thankful for any artist. I'm very thankful. See what happens? You can't talk when you go without sleep. I am very thankful for any Indianapolis 500. I'm thankful for any audience I have, but I'm also thankful for this platform to be able to express myself. Of course, I can't say everything I want to say, like I started to trail off into that tangent about the Iraq War and war crimes, but I digress. See, another cliche. Keep myself kind of shaved, brush my teeth, floss. This morning when I woke up, I thought somebody had stolen my phone because I caught some rest at a park right next to a couple eateries and bars, and there was this other cat who doesn't have a place, and he said, "Yeah, it's safe there." And I woke up and my phone had been in my shirt pocket, like right here, and I was wearing a jacket, and it fell out of my pocket and went into my sleeve, and I thought I lost it. So I'm looking around my pockets, I'm patting myself, and I can't find my phone. But it was in my jacket sleeve the whole time. And I was so freaked out. I was just like, oh no, you know, I'm PHUCKED. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. I'm pretty boring. I'm going on about, you know, hovercrafts is full of eels and, you know, wheel rims at only $39.99 this month at Track Auto. You know, nose hairs need to be trimmed, you know. You ever look at somebody and you notice that they got like this hair sticking out of their nose, and you just want to go, hey, can you just stand still and take some tweezers and whang, you know? Or what's even better is when someone has a how should I say this? They have like an object hanging out of their nose that's kind of from their respiratory system. No. I have a lot to go through before things improve. That's at least how I feel about it right now. I'm a little hoarse, not a Shetland, but I have like a little bit of, you know, throat thing. I'm a little hoarse, yeah. It's this tiny horse. Like a Shetland pony? No, I'm joking. Greet the day with a breath of fire. So check out that playlist, the unauthorized video editing, if you want. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. There's no club. There's no admission cost. There might be some ads on it because the videos have been screened manually most of the time by the publisher. And they seem to, for the moment, agree with the use. Otherwise, they would have blocked it worldwide. I love being able to communicate through art. And it's not art unless it has the potential to be a disaster. Okay. All right, you people, I mean, you good people. You people. Hold on a second. Hold on, I want to do something. I think you got some kind of problem. You try to come to my stuff. Get out of here. Get out of it. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later. I was trying to do that guy, that paranoid prepper. I don't know. So, it's just something to do, man. I have random energies, man. When I was growing up, I watched the Three Stooges and Jerry Lewis. Not Jerry Lee Lewis, the piano player, but Jerry Lewis. He was pretty funny at one time, before the telethon days. And George Carlin at a very young age, my mom would play George Carlin records, But more like, and Robin Williams, when I saw him on, what was that show that he was on where, Makba, or Nano, what was that, Mork and Mindy? But at any rate, I think my neurons are not firing correctly. I'm gonna have to get a tune-up. Have my hard drive defragged. Good day to you. I bid you good evening. Don't eat anything bigger than your head. Okay? Alright. Bye for now. And thank you for listening and watching all these years.